Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about recording stringed instruments. We'll learn how you can record various types of stringed instruments: an acoustic bass, a banjo, a mandolin, a hammered dulcimer, violin, and harp. First of all, be sure the instruments are in good working order and properly tuned. You cannot fix bad input later on. Let's begin with the upright bass. You need a microphone with an extended low-frequency response because the fundamentals of an upright bass are as low as 41 Hz. As always, closer miking improves your isolation, while distant miking sounds more natural. There's a few techniques you can try. You can place a microphone 4 to 18 inches in front of the bridge, on the side toward the top string, and a few inches above the bridge. For more fullness, move the mic toward the F hole and move it upward for more definition. You can also mix a pickup with a microphone or use a pickup alone and then EQ it for better sound. If you need more isolation, try a cardioid dynamic mic near the treble F hole and then roll off the excess bass. If you need to isolate the bass but the player needs to move around, use a mini Omni condenser microphone in a foam windscreen and mount it in the bridge aiming upward. You can also tape it to the bridge too. Next, let's talk about recording the banjo. Try a flat response microphone about a foot away. If you need more isolation, mic a bit closer and roll off some of the bass. Mic toward the edge of the head near the resonator holes for a more mellow sound. You can also tape a mini omnidirectional condenser microphone to the head, about an inch from the bottom edge, on the tailpiece or on the bridge. If you want to use a pickup, you can wedge it between the strings below the bridge and the banjo head and put the pickup flat against the head surface. For mandolins and other similar instruments like dobros, bouzoukis, and lap dulcimers, you want to mic them about 8 to 12 inches away with a condenser microphone. If you need more lows and more isolation, mic closer to the F hole. For a hammered dulcimer, you'll want a flat response condenser microphone about 2 feet over the center of the soundboard. There's a few different techniques you can try on a violin. The violins are difficult to record well because the overtones go so high, up to about 15 kHz. But there's a few techniques you can try to experiment with the sound. Try a flat response condenser mic about 2 feet over the bridge. The distance gives more smoothness and airiness. Closer miking gives you a more aggressive sound. Aim the microphone to the F hole for more warmth or toward the fingerboard for more clarity. If you want to reduce the mid-range, try miking from the side. If your ceiling is low, tape some foam above the performer on the ceiling to tame the reflections. It's pretty tricky to mic a violinist who is also singing. In this case, what you'd want to try is to aim the microphone at the mouth about 6 inches away or at the player's chin from about 1 foot above. If you need more isolation, try a mini omnidirectional microphone that's clipped to the tailpiece and mounted over an F hole. You'll need to cut some mid-highs to reduce harshness and boost the lows at about 200 Hz for warmth. A classical violin solo is going to need more room to breathe, so try recording in stereo at least 4 feet away. In a room that's more dead in sound, you're going to need to add some reverb to a solo violin. Finally, let's talk about the harp. With a harp, try a condenser microphone that has a flat response. Position the mic anywhere from about 18 inches to 4 feet from the front of the soundboard or over the top. Use a mini Omni condenser mic on the soundboard if you need more isolation. And this concludes our tutorial about recording stringed instruments.